Hey folks, and welcome to this week's Pilates class. I hope you're all having a good week so far. But yeah, we're going to start lying down. So if you like to come down into a comfortable position, I just like to take the focus onto your breathing to start with. So I want to start with this nice full deep breaths in and out. So with each deep breath in, we're drawing it down towards the stomach and the stomach to rise. As you breathe out, just allow the stomach to drop back down again. Then we'll take one more deep breath in. As you breathe out, I say the arms overhead. Or if you can, we'll interlace the fingers. We're going to reach out through the whole length of the body, so point the toes and stretch the hands as far away from the top of the head as we feel we can. And then we'll focus on those nice deep breaths in and out. Peacefully. Take one more deep breath in. As we breathe out, we'll release that stretch. Release the arms, bring them down to around shoulder height. We'll just bring a little bit moving through the neck, so I'll drop the head down, look out over the right shoulder. Release the head back to the center and out to the left. We're just going to gently take the head from shoulder to shoulder a few times. Last time to each side. And then we can bring the head back to the center. Then from here, let's bend the legs to bring the feet to the floor, keeping the arms where they are. We're going to gently lower the knees to the right, take them as low to the floor as you can. Then we ease back to the center and out to the left. Actually, slowly take those knees from side to side, trying to keep the shoulders down as we do. So we can focus on getting a nice movement through the hips, through the back of the body. And then if this unit's feeling good, we can have an extra. Next time we drop the knees back to the right, we can take that left knee up towards the right elbow. And we can do the same as you drop the knees to the left, right knee towards the left elbow. And if that feels too much, don't worry, just stick with taking those knees gently from side to side. Last one to each side. We'll hold to the center. Where we can lift the legs, we'll hook the knees in towards us, then we'll just bring a little bit of movement into the ankles by pointing and flexing the feet. If you feel the toes towards the shins, we push away again. And a few circles into the ankles too. Point and flex the feet while we circle in one direction. Then we'll change and circle the feet back the other way. And we'll hold back to the center and just allow the feet to relax. Now just release the legs and we're going to sit shins parallel to the floor. Or today, for an option, we can extend the legs, taking the feet towards the ceiling. But either way, I like to keep a strong brace to the core, and I'll come back to the bent leg option in a moment. We're going to go for the extended legs to start with, if we can. So nice strong brace to the core to the back, so I'm going to lift away from the floor, but we're also not forcing into the ground. So tension of those core muscles, we take the arms over the shoulders. And we're going to lower the right hand over here. As we do, we're going to lower the left foot down towards the floor. And then release back to the center. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Now, keeping that strong brace to the back doesn't lift, but we're also trying to keep the arm and leg that we are lowering as still as possible. If it feels too much with that straight leg, we can come into the option where we've got a bent leg, lowering the foot down to the floor, or extending the leg out and then drawing the knee back in over the hip. Whichever option we're picking, we're keeping that strong brace so the back doesn't lift. And remembering to breathe. Almost there. The last one on each side. And we can rest, we can hug the knees in towards us. Have a little rock from side to side. These legs will bring them down to the floor. And here we want to make sure the feet are about hip width apart. We haven't got them too wide or too narrow, feet are in line with the hips. We can take the arms down by our sides. We're going to squeeze the back of the body, lifting the hips as high off the floor as you can. And then we'll gently lower back to the floor. And we'll repeat. So every time we lift, refocus on squeezing to the bottom of the back of the legs, take the hips as high as you can, keep them nice and level as you do. Holding for a few seconds at the top. We gently lower back to the floor. We really want to focus on that squeeze to the bottom of the back of the legs, like I said. Try and lift them as high as we can. Keep those hips level. We got 2 to go. And then we have a little rest. And then a little release, we can hug the knees back in towards us. Then we have a little rock from side to side. Whatever feels good for you. And then in a moment, not yet, don't start yet, I'm just going to show you. We've got a few options for this. So option 1, the feet can be down on the floor, like that. For option 2, she's parallel to the floor. Option 3, we can extend the legs, having them lifted. And then we're going to, whichever option we're going to come into a crunch position, slide the wrists towards the hips, lifting the chest. So we come into a hollow body hold. And we're just going to hold that position with the legs in whichever angle we need to for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to give you a bit of recovery time. And then we'll try and hold it for a second, 30 seconds. Okay. We're going to go in about 10 seconds time. So you can pick your option, feet down, feet lifted, legs extended. Options, it's up to you. 5 seconds time. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So slide the ribs towards the hips, creating a crunch, causing flexion to the abs, or flexion in the spine, causing tension in the abs, I should say. And then we hold the arms down by sides. We want to look after the neck. We're not tucking the chin into the chest. We're looking a little bit up in front of us. And remember, you can bend the legs, bring the feet down at any point if you need to. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and rest. So we can have the knees back in towards us. Have a bit of recovery time. So we've got a second go of those, or a second go at that, I should say. Okay, 15 seconds. We'll go for round 2. Same thing. So feet down, feet lifted, legs extended. We're going 3 seconds time. 2, 1. Let's go. So we're going to be sliding through towards the hips, chest is lifted, causing that flexion in the spine, creating that tension to the abs, making them work hard. If we need to, we can bend those legs, drawing the knees in over the hips, or taking the feet down to the floor. We keep breathing as we hold. Almost there. 3, 2, and we can rest. So we hug those knees back in towards us. And then from here, I'll take the hands to the back of the thighs. We're going to gently rock them on the spot. Slowly bring ourselves towards a seated position. If that doesn't feel good though, please just bring yourself gently to a seated position. But if we're having to, we're going to build some momentum up. And once we've got enough, we can release the thighs and rock them into a seated position. Or if we can, to a squat. But it doesn't matter which one, because for me, they will come around onto all fours. So we're going to step the legs back. And here we've got another little challenge. So hands under shoulders, the knees are under the hips. We're going to tuck the toes under, don't start yet though. And in a moment, we're just going to lift the knees a little way off the floor. So here we want to draw the abs in, we want to draw the shoulders down. So we want to keep that nice flat back. And we're just going to hold that bear claw position, again for about 30 seconds. We want to make sure the shoulders are directly over the hands. That's going to help look after the shoulders. We go in about 6 seconds time. So then a 3, 2, and so we lift the knees a little way from the floor. We're not trying to lift them too high because we want to keep the back nice and flat, keep those hips and shoulders level. Again, remembering to breathe. We draw the abs in towards us. Just gonna keep going if you can. If you need to stop, you can stop at any time. That's good. We're actually going to go for a little bit longer. That's 30 seconds though, so if you need to stop, you can stop. If we can, we're going to hold it for a little bit longer. About 5 more seconds. And then we can lower the knees to the floor. If you want a little release, you can sink the hips back towards the heels. Okay, we're just going to rest here for a moment. We're going to do the same thing again. So we'll try for a second round of 45 seconds as well, because that's what we just did in that first one if you held it for the whole time. I will tell you when 30 seconds is up if that's when you feel is enough. If you need to stop before that, stop before that. That's absolutely fine. But we're going to go in about 10 more seconds time. Okay, 5 seconds. Hands on the shoulders, knees are under the hips. We tuck the toes, and then we lift the knees in 2, 1, let's go. So again, we draw the abs in, draw the shoulders back, and remember to breathe. That's good. Awesome work. Keep going if you can. And remember, you can stop at any time. That's 30 seconds gone. So if we can, we're going to hold it for another 15. Almost said 3, 2, and rest. You can lower the knees. We can sink the hips back towards the heels. And release the arms out in front of us. Now gently ease back up onto all fours. Here I tuck the toes under. We're going to lift the knees and we'll step the feet forwards, come into a forward fold. So we want that slight bend in the knees, lower the arms to hang heavy, and then we'll slowly start to roll up to standing. And from here, we're just going to do a little bit of leg work. It is going to involve a little bit of balance as well. But this is our last bit of hard work for today's Pilates class. After this, we'll have a stretch. So here we're going to shift our weight into one leg, slight bend in the knee. And then we're going to tip forwards from the hip. either taking the toes to the floor behind us, and if that's enough, we'll stop there. Or if we feel we can, we're going to lift that leg a little bit further, keeping that nice strong core brace into about parallel to the floor. And then we'll slowly ease back in, or we'll reset, and then we swap legs, we shift the weight into the other leg, and we do the same thing on this side, keeping that strong core brace, tipping forwards. And then lifting and resetting. So just like to alternate from side to side a few times. Take your time with it. Take the arms out if you need to, wherever you feel comfortable to maintain your balance. But you keep that slight bend in the standing leg, so we load hamstring and glutes. And do the same on the other side. Even I lose my balance from time to time. And we're just going to go for one more time on each side. And once we get back to the centre, we can give the legs a little shake out. I said that was the end of the hard work. We're just going to stretch from here. So here we take the hands behind us, like to interlace your fingers. We pull the arms down, give them a little stretch out. If we can, we'll pull the hands up away from the back of the body. See that bit of a deep stretch in chest and shoulders. And we'll slowly ease the arms in, and we can release. We'll get the legs a little bit of a release as well. So we'll bend one leg, bring the heel up, taking hold of the ankle, bring the knees together, hips like thunder, standing nice and tall. We can release another foot from down, we'll do the same thing on the other side. And then release. And then last stretch, we'll take a nice deep breath in. As we do, we'll come into a little bit of squats. As we come out of the squat, we'll circle the arms overhead. Then as you breathe out the top, just relax your shoulders and circle the arms back. And we'll do that one more time, nice deep breath. As you breathe out, relax your shoulders and circle the arms back and down. Fantastic work. Thank you very much for joining me for this Pilates class. If you have any questions, any problems, anything, please leave me a comment, drop me a message. Always happy to hear your feedback. But yeah, do take care, and I'll see you all very, very soon.